Hello, this is Michele Knight. This is the astrological update for Aries for the whole of December 2016. Now, this is a pivotal month for you. You are being urged by the planets to find yourself and express yourself as an independent human being, but also to find balance within your relationships. In a way, you will be forced on some level by the universe or by experiences this month to really work on what's true for you and to live your life being true to yourself. The good news is, being an Aries, you're quite good at that. You're able to express yourself. But where it gets tricky is in your personal relationships, because you are striving forward this month and it may create a few changes to your lifestyle. Anyway, let's get stuck in. Firstly, we have Venus, the planet of love, squaring Eris, who is a minor planet, and she is a goddess that takes no prisoners. She's quite a tricky goddess. She's a little bit like Pluto, but with more of a sense of humour and actually more of a mischievous twist. When Pluto comes into play, it ends things. But Eris is like, if you cross me, I'm going to get you, and I'm going to get you good. Now, we don't necessarily want to entertain that energy, but in this case, Eris is in Aries, so you may be tempted, if someone is messing you around at work, to wreak revenge. I wouldn't go down that road. I would use Eris's ability to be confident and charming while also being very strong to deal with any situations that come up for you. Now, there's a lot of focus on work this month as Mercury, the planet of communication, goes into your work and career sector. But this is fabulous news because it gives you the gift of the gab. You're able to express your ideas when it comes to your career. You're able to charm, and people find your voice mesmeric and interesting. We also have Venus changing signs and giving you superpowers when it comes to groups of people. You're fabulous at networking, you're fabulous at schmoozing people, and if you are wanting more love in your life, it gives you a little bit of magic when it comes to cosmic ordering, quantum creating, law of attraction. Put your idea out there for the right love to come your way. We then have on the 10th, Sun and Saturn conjunct in your position of adventure, trining Uranus, the planet of the unpredictable. You have the opportunity out of the blue to either travel or study or do something that stretches your boundaries and embraces that excitement for adventure. But on top of that, thanks to Saturn being involved, you can build on it. It's not like a typical Uranian thing that, it comes and then it goes. Saturn is saying, you've got the confidence now to be adventurous, to learn and to grow, and you'll be fine. The full supermoon on the 14th gives you a brilliant idea straight out of your unconscious about communication, and you are feeling very in tune when it comes to communication. There's a few tricky things occurring on the 15th. If you include Eris and Ceres, we have a Cardinal Grand Cross. You're being pushed basically, as I said in the beginning, to find yourself while other people are maybe trying to not allow you to truly be yourself, or certainly that may be your perception. Now, I'm warning you, do not go in there all guns blazing, because very soon after that tricky little pattern, we have a double grand fire trine if you include Eris and Ceres. And they're all conjunct in your sign, and that's trining the moon in your position of pleasure, trining the sun in your position of adventure. And it's a power energy drive time. You can achieve anything, you can do anything. You are like flying with your batteries fully loaded, and the only thing is just don't be impatient or rude to anyone, because you just want to get the job done. Allow yourself to truly express yourself without impatience, and all should go well. And also on the 18th, you are being urged to find the balance so that you can do all that you want to do and transform in some way. It's such a powerful energy. You can transform something permanently. It's almost as if a magical situation occurs, or it feels like magic, the changes, but only if you're being honest and ethical and moral within your own code. Mars, your ruler on the 19th, is shifting signs, and it's going into that time of the year where you want to kind of, in a way, let your hair down and not be pushy. And it's a time of year where you're feeling more spiritual, more engaged with your heart. But it's also the time of year where you may really slip into enthusiastic overindulgence. Saturn is trine Uranus on the 25th. So on Christmas Day, there's some interesting stuff occurring. Not only is Saturn trining Uranus, Venus is trining Jupiter, Jupiter is sextiling Saturn. Could be a great day for you Christmas Day this year, whether you believe in Christmas or not. It's a day of magic and a day where you're feeling uplifted and happy. And, you know, Christmas can be a tricky time if you go to celebrations or you mix with family. It can be a time that's normally quite challenging, but you should be in a good space then. And you have this sense of freedom when it comes to relationships, and you have a sense that you want to explore being the human being you are in the world by also embracing those that you love. Now, the Sun is conjunct Mercury retrograde on the 29th. Be very careful what you say when it comes to work. You may be tempted to backtrack, or you may feel someone is backtracking with you when it comes to work. You may feel that you're going backwards, or that you can suddenly say something and it causes big drama. Do not get involved in any career drama at the beginning of the new year, because you have the opportunity actually to really forge ahead if you are thoughtful and you think before you speak. I need to learn that lesson too, by the way. Then we have a new moon on the 29th also, and that is when you can move towards the next step if you don't cock it up by being too rash. We finish the year with Mars conjunct Neptune. Well, I mean, you know, everybody's going to be partying on some level, even if you're at home watching the TV or stroking the cat. It's a day when everybody reflects on the year so far and thinks about where we've come from and what it means. But you may be feeling a little bit sentimental on that day. Just be careful. Don't be doing no texting to the exes or doing something out of a moment of sentimentality. Do it by all means if it's coming from your heart, but I would advise doing it if you are drunk or under the influence of anything, because you may well wake up in the morning and regret it. But you, again, enthusiastically being experiencing overindulgence and wanting to lose yourself on that day. Anyway, have a stunning December, and I wish you so much good fortune and love for the coming year. Take care, and I'll speak to you soon. Thank you so much for watching this. Lots of people email me and say, do I do astrology or psychic readings? And I don't have time at the moment, but I do have a fabulous team of award-winning psychics who are brilliant, and I handpick them myself. They really are a cut above. Anyway, here is a little video all about them.
I like to class a reading as an oasis for the soul.
People phone up and seem quite shocked that I can give them information, and I say to them, well, you're phoning a Michele Knight line and we are meant to be the best.
I like to think that it's a very individual feeling that that person's experiencing, that they get from me something that they feel is quite integral.
Time out where we can really spoil ourselves.
But they're still quite shocked when you give them very accurate information.
And I feel integrity is a huge part of it for me, because without that, I wouldn't be doing this work.
It's about guidance, it's about hope.
A reading is a buzzy feeling.
It's helping people have clarity, I think.
I love that light bulb moment. When I finish work, I come off the phone and it's like, yeah, I've made a little bit of a difference.
That really gives me butterflies in my tummy.
I think in my readings people feel a sense of a safe space where they can really be themselves, let go, and also they shouldn't be fearful, and it's non-judgmental.
I only work with integrity, so I don't give you, what you might want to hear.
I hope that people walk away feeling uplifted, clearer, more powerful, more sure in their own intentions, and more aware of what they can change.
I guess I do guide people. I'm just a little hesitant to say I am a guide. One always thinks of guides as being so revered. But I do think I am a catalyst, and I think that's how a clairvoyant should be seen, the catalyst to make a positive change.
reading with me is kind of like sitting down with an old friend and having a hot chocolate on a winter's day.
Because doing readings is a process of trust between your guide, spirit, and what you're delivering for the client, when I get validations, it's amazing.
There are no words to express the fulfillment that you get from seeing somebody empower and bring joy back into their lives.
It's like a eureka moment when somebody gets it. I feel it. I feel that they've got it. I want to get to the bottom of, you know, their problem and try and solve it.
It's heartfelt in here when I read for a client.
It's about empowering. I love making a difference to people's lives, and I love hearing back from regular clients how their lives have changed.
It's not a job to me, it's a vocation in life.
It's a passion of mine, and it doesn't feel like a job.
They're not my readings, they are your readings, they are your guidance. I'm only a conductor of it.
Basically, I'm just the middleman, you know, it's not me. So I never know what's going to come out, and sometimes I'm as shocked as what the client is.
What is great is when they come back again and say, oh Maya, you were right about that. You hit the nail on the head. How did you know that?
And that's what makes it all worthwhile.